Well, here are our examples of much larger integers, and we're going to be practicing the rules for addition and subtraction. So for the first one, we've got 671, subtract 51. The larger number is positive, so hence the answer is going to be positive, and we then need to find the difference between the two numbers, and that's 620. Negative 401 plus 722. The larger number is positive number, so hence the answer will be positive. The difference between the two numbers, you might need your calculator for this bit, it's 321. This particular operation could also be written as 722 subtract 401. It doesn't really matter which order you write the numbers in. If they're the same numbers, the answer's the same. Our next one is negative 308 plus 205. The larger number is negative, so hence the answer is negative. The difference between the two numbers is 103. Look at these two numbers. The larger number is negative, so the answer is negative. The difference between the two numbers, 747. The bracket doesn't really mean that much in these cases. You can actually just rewrite it without the bracket. It means exactly the same thing. So it could have been written as 75 add negative 81. Now we have a double sign, which we must now simplify. And the two signs are different, so hence it's going to simplify to a negative sign. So now we have 75 subtract 81. The larger number is negative, so hence the answer will be negative. The difference between the two numbers is 6. Now with our next problem, which is negative 69 add negative 701. We've got a double sign here, but we also have the bracket, which we can remove quite quickly and rewrite it as negative 69 add negative 701. First thing we need to do is to simplify this double sign. The two signs are different, hence it will simplify to a negative sign. So we'll have negative 69 subtract 701. The two numbers now have the same sign, so hence we know the answer will be the same as the sign of the two numbers, which is negative, and the answer will be the addition of those two numbers, which is 770. Okay, so let's move on a little bit. What I want you to notice is the amount of working I've put into these problems. It's quite important to show all this working, and notice that each line of working is exactly equal to the line above it, and that's really important to show. So I'll work through these fairly quickly. This one simplifies. We've got a double sign there which we need to simplify. It's a double negative which simplifies to a positive. So that's just a very simple addition. This one's exactly the same. The bracket doesn't really mean very much, so we can get rid of it very quickly. Doesn't mean very much because there's really only one number inside it and I don't need to do anything to it. Same as before, we've got a double negative sign, so that simplifies to a positive sign. And then we just add the two numbers normally. Okay, so we're on this one, negative 85, subtract negative 103, so rewrite it without the bracket. Simplify any double signs first. Becomes positive because the two double signs are the same. And now the answer is in the sign of the larger number, and it's going to now also be the difference between the two numbers, which is 18. And remember that that could have actually been written as 103 subtract 85 would have given you the same answer. Okay, they're getting a little more complicated. So we've got a few double signs to simplify here. So let's rewrite without the brackets first. So the first thing we need to do is simplify the double signs. We've got positive, negative and negative, positive, so they're both simplified to negative. Now we have three negative numbers, and so our answer will be negative. And we need to now add those three numbers. So the answer is negative 169. Okay, so we've finished with the addition and subtraction of positive and negative integers. So as we move on to the next page, we're going to look very quickly at multiplication of positive and negative numbers.